Camera ready? You'll see. Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you've come onto my channel, then hi, I'm Heidi and today's topic is about self-love. I wanted to do this video, I've been meaning to do this video for the past week, although every time I tried to do so I kept facing obstacles and I couldn't do it. So hopefully this time it'll be right on point. Okay, so as I just said, today's topic is about self-love. The reason why I want to do this video and talk about self-love is because I want to talk about my personal experiences and hopefully be able to relate to someone else and potentially make at least one person feel a bit better about themselves or make someone find ways to love themselves. So this is just me passing on my knowledge. Disclaimer, I am no expert. As I just said, I'm just purely going off my personal experiences. So in life, we're all on our own little journey to discover who we are and to love ourselves, and everyone's journey is completely different. Now, another reason why I wanted to talk about this topic is because I found over the past couple of years I've been having more and more conversations with people about self-esteem, about self-love, and it genuinely makes me sad when I see other people, especially people I care about, and they don't feel that they love themselves, they don't see their own worth. So I just wanted to do a little video and hopefully, like I just said, pass on my knowledge and it'll help someone. In regards to things like social media, especially in today's day and age, I feel that there's a lot of pressure on women a lot of high expectations, because there's so many beautiful people out there, and a lot of the time people will look on, I've even been this girl, look on social media, see these beautiful girls, see how perfect their life seems, and because of that you then judge yourself and feel, well, why is my life not like that? Why am I not beautiful? Why? But someone else's beauty, take note, someone else's beauty does not take away your beauty. Just because someone else is beautiful, or you see someone else as beautiful, that doesn't make you less beautiful. Not at all. So in regards to things like that, try and learn to appreciate someone else's beauty, but realise just because they're beautiful doesn't mean you can't. There's not just going to be one person that's just got all the beauty in the world. We're all beautiful beings. So you just need to learn to love yourself and find what you think makes you beautiful. Now, I personally, I went through a stage where I was kind of seeing other girls and I was thinking, well, I don't look like her. I'm not as pretty as her, and I'm not this, I'm not that. And I've kind of learned to embrace my quirks, embrace my flaws, or things that I find as flaws, because how you view yourself isn't necessarily how someone else views you. Now, when I was in a relationship with someone and we had some, we argued sometimes, and the one particular argument, they said to me, they said like, oh, you've got a big nose and you've got crooked teeth, and that really, really affected me for a long time. And to the extent that I actually booked a consultation to get a nose job and wanted to change my appearance because of that. I booked this consultation, but obviously I didn't go through with it. I've still got the big nose. I booked the consultation, and last minute I was like, oh my god, no, I can't do this. So I contacted them and cancelled the consultation. As much as someone else might not appreciate your beauty, we're all individual. Not everyone looks the same. Just because you have something that, for example, him saying that my nose is big or I got crooked teeth, those are my characteristics, so those are what make me me, and I've learned to love those aspects of myself. It's like I went through this little cycle for ages of saying like, oh, you know, like my nose would look like this and that, oh, this. But then when I actually thought about it, I was thinking, oh my God, that's quite scary, because what makes me me and my looks, I didn't want change. I didn't, you know, I thought, well, what if I didn't like it? I might not like it. And yeah, so I didn't do that. Instead, I just learned to love myself and appreciate my beauty. It might not be to anyone else's standards of beauty. It might be different to someone else's beauty, but I believe I'm beautiful. I am beautiful. And it's your right as a human being to love yourself and think that you are beautiful, because you are. Now, something that I've actually done to learn to love myself is, one, I've discovered who I am. I've learned who I am, what I like, what makes me tick, you know, what I do like, what I don't like. I've established those aspects of myself. So I've got a clearer understanding of myself. So you need to fully know yourself in order to love yourself, the good and the bad. Now, every day, morning and night, I would look in the mirror and I'd say to myself, you are beautiful, you are lovable, you are a lioness. But yeah, I would say those things to myself and tell myself, say, Heidi, I love you. And some days I'd look in the mirror and I'd be like, ugh. But as time's gone on, you start to believe it. If you make a conscious effort to do that and to want to change, then you will eventually start to believe it. Anyone that is having self-esteem problems or doesn't feel that they truly love themselves, I definitely recommend doing that and learning to appreciate themselves. And yeah. I went on a few dates with this person and I was worrying about like whether they liked me, and you know, that's normal when you first start dating someone, that's quite normal. I was like driving home the one day and I was thinking, oh, what if he doesn't like me, what if this, what if that? And I just thought to myself, well, do you like him? Like, what? You don't even know if you like him. Why are you so worried about this person not liking you when you haven't fully established if you even like that person? You know, you may like them on like first impressions and stuff, but you might not know who that person is and discover whether this sort of person is someone that you want in your life. So try and change your focus in regards to things like that. Try and stop worrying about what they think and what they like. Like, think more about what you want and what you like, and whether they fit your idea or ideal of a guy or relationship or so on. I think in regards to relationships and stuff, a lot of people tend to feel less worthy, or they tend to have low self-esteem due to relationships failing or things that have happened in relationships. Another example of mine, when I was like in a relationship with someone, and this person I just loved. I loved them so much. I loved them that much that I actually neglected myself, and I forgot about myself and forgot about who I was and making myself happy. And you find that a lot of time people tend to be in those situations and concentrate purely on the other person's happiness whilst forgetting about their own. Now, that is not a good relationship. That is not healthy. You can't love someone else or expect love from someone else if you don't love yourself. So you need to learn to love yourself. You should always try and make a conscious effort of making yourself happy, doing things that you like, doing things that you enjoy. And yeah, so don't, if you're in a relationship like that, more on yourself and less on the other person. I mean, you know, I don't mean to say disregard that person. I just mean try and focus all that love that you're putting into someone else back onto yourself, because it's easy to lose yourself in someone else in relationships. When I did do that, when we did break up, I was totally heartbroken, and I was so insecure. I mean, I'd walk down the street and I couldn't even look at people. I just felt so ugly, and because I'd forgotten about myself, I'd forgotten to love myself. So it's a major aspect of any relationship. You have to love yourself, and don't love yourself and then once you're with this person then forget about yourself. You should always love yourself. I've seen a quote before, and this quote really resonated with me and really touched me. And the quote was, "There is only ever one you, and that makes you special." And I just want to reinforce that. That is so true. That's so true. Like, that is your power. There is only ever going to be one of you. There may be some people that are similar to you and have similarities to you, but there'll only ever be one you, and that's what makes you special. You were speaking with a friend, and your friend was quite upset or kind of being hard on themselves. Now, what would you say to your friend in those situations? What would you say? You would want to lift them up, wouldn't you? You'd want to make them feel better about themselves. So imagine lifting your friend up and making your friend feel better about themselves, or a loved one, whoever it is. Imagine redirecting that when you think negatively, when you think not so good about yourself. Why don't you do that with yourself? Why don't you try and uplift yourself and be kind to yourself? Because your inner voice, how you speak to yourself, is not how you would speak to others. So you need to learn to be kind to yourself. It wasn't until last year that I actually started to discover myself more, to accept myself, to know myself. And since then, now I feel okay in being who I am. I feel okay in expressing myself because I know who I am and I'm comfortable with who I am. And for people that don't like who I am, then that's not my problem, because I know myself. I know my good qualities, I know my bad qualities, and in general in life, we're all going to have good and bad qualities to us. Don't try so much to focus on your bad qualities. However, if you don't like something about yourself, then you can always change. You can change that. So if there is something that you don't like about yourself, you can work towards changing it. However, try and be a bit more mindful of yourself. So even in situations where you might feel a bit sad or you might feel depressed, you know, in those situations, because we're constantly, our mind's filled with thoughts all day, every day. Not all of these thoughts are going to be positive thoughts, but when you do get a negative thought, allow those thoughts to come and go, you know. If it's that destructive and it's that regular, then try and change it to a positive thought. But I mean, don't actually get involved in that thought. Just be aware of it. You see that thought and don't pay any attention to it. Just let it go. We're going to constantly feel all kinds of different emotions throughout the day, and that's perfectly normal. So try not to be like, well, why am I feeling like this? Like, what's wrong with me? I'm depressed because I've had that thought. It's natural. We're going to think good and bad, you know. It's like, for example, when you think a good thought, you don't sit there and think, oh my God, why am I thinking this happy thought? What's wrong with me? Like, I need to change, you know. It doesn't work like that. It's just a thought. Don't pay too much attention to it. Just let it pass. Label it, let it pass. That's my mindfulness on that. It's like, we spend so much time focusing on our flaws and our faults when we should redirect those thoughts and actually focus on our achievements, things that we've achieved, things that make us happy. As I've already said, you know, loving yourself is knowing yourself. And we're all on our own little journey to self-love or, you know, self-acceptance. So try not to be too hard on yourself about things. Also, things that a lot of people find that things from their past tend to hold them back a lot. They create almost a core belief, a belief that you're not worthy of love, you're not worthy to feel beautiful, when really that's just you holding on to the past. Now, in regards to things like that, you need to learn to forgive yourself. You know, no one's perfect. We're all in this world just trying to figure it out. So forgive yourself for that. You are only human. You know, you've learned from that. Hopefully you've learned from that anyway. And you need to kind of let it go. Let it go. So if you are feeling that way, then I'd recommend doing things like cleansing meditations, like chakra balancing meditation, just to kind of rejuvenate your own energies, because energy, we're all made up of energies, and when someone's solely concentrating on the bad, that projects in our energy. Things around us become not so good because of that. It comes out in your skin, it's just, energy is everything. So try and work on rebalancing your energy. Let go of past, let go of things that you may have done that are not so good in the past. You know, you're not that person anymore. We all grow as human beings, we're all learning. No one is like perfect. So many times, people want love and they want to be accepted, but how can you possibly love and accept, or expect other people to love and accept you if you don't love and accept yourself? So that's bringing it back to, learning about yourself, learning what you like, learning what you don't like, learning what your morals are, what your beliefs are, because those things are very important for you to actually learn about yourself, so you fully know who you are. And it's not until you know who you are you can actually learn to love yourself and appreciate who you are and understand who you are. If you feel that you don't love yourself, maybe try and get some books on self-love. So get reading, learn more about self-love, how to practice self-love. I found that for me, I love to dance. I love to dance. That's something that I've never stopped loving. Like, ever since I was a baby, I've just always loved to dance. And when you know what you love, do more of that. Do more of what you love. Because I feel that when I dance, I'm almost in like a meditative state. I'm like so chilled, and this is like, it's something that, it's my little bubble. I like it. So learn what it is that you like. You might enjoy reading, you might enjoy dancing like me, you might enjoy numerous of things. Just learn what it is that you enjoy and try and give yourself some time to do what you enjoy and embrace. Okay guys, so I hope I've covered most things that I was trying to implement in this video. I hope that I've got my point across that I wanted to get across, and I hope that this video is in some shape or form helped someone else. As I've already said, I'm no expert. This is just purely off my personal experience, my personal path to self-love. But I really hope that anyone that's watching this does take away some of the things that I've done. Like, for example, telling yourself that you're beautiful, learning to love yourself, telling yourself that you love yourself. We worry sometimes that, we might not be putting our love into the right person. You can never fail by putting love into yourself. You could never fail from doing that. You should love yourself. Your life will be so much better once you learn to love yourself, and you'll feel much more comfortable in yourself. So embrace yourself, love yourself, and be happy. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope I haven't bored you too much, and please subscribe to my channel. And if there's anyone that wants me to discuss a particular topic, then feel free to comment below what topic you'd like me to discuss. And yeah, I hopefully speak to you all soon.